Hey folks, in today's episode we share our trip to Punderson State Park in Newbury, Ohio. There's a lot there, a manor, cabins, an archery range, among other things. Come along.
Make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure.
When we took our trip out west in 2021, we mostly stayed in full hookup campgrounds. We could hook up electric, water, and sewer. Most campers are set up to be used with some, or all, or even none of these services. We didn't try state park camping until November 2021, and we fell in love with it. At this point, all the state park campgrounds that we visited are in Ohio. Punderson was the second Ohio state park campground we visited. State park camp fees tend to be less than private campgrounds, and sometimes they have a lot of the same amenities. We might have been spoiled when we stayed at Mosquito Lake State Park. We were expecting flat, spacious sites at Punderson. We didn't really find that. We were surprised how hilly it was here. When we arrived at our sites, we found them to be very muddy and shallow, not really deep enough for our camper and truck. The office staff was great about switching us to different sites, and we quickly did. Okay, here is our campsite at Punderson State Park. We are number 59 this weekend, and I am not sure if there's a name to this road or not. They do have campsites across the way there and park there. If somebody comes along, I'll move later. But these are actually the second sites that we were at. Our first sites that we went to were really small, and they were on a turn, and they were super muddy. Now, I get it. It's, April. We've had a cold, wet spring anyway, but that was a little bit surprising. We do have kind of a nice little area down here. The fire pit and the camp table and some woods, and the folks we're camping with are over there on the next site. On Saturday morning, we visited the archery range and trail. The archery range was nice, but it was a little muddy. A lot of targets at a variety of distances. The archery trail was just that, a trail through the woods that had targets to shoot at. It was also muddy. So muddy, in fact, that we only made it through 3 targets. They're hoping to start the archery trail shortly. Over here is their archery setup. They have bales at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 yards. And we did meet a fella here that's preparing to go out to California to do a trail competition. He seemed to know a lot. Take your time.
It's gonna be hard to get.
No, we'll find it. It hit that tree.
There you go. About that mud. We've learned that a lot of state parks in Ohio have this issue. When we stayed at Hocking Hills, we noticed the same thing. It's probably hard for the ODNR to keep up with the constant overturn of sites and campers that might not always park or drive where they're supposed to. Not surprisingly, at this time of year, it's kind of wet around here. It's a little sloppy right now. Probably too early to be swimming at the beach. Looks like you can ride your bike down here. Certain state parks in Ohio also have lodges. Punderson Manor's beginning was way back in the early 1800s by early settler Lemuel Punderson. Other accommodations were added later, and the state of Ohio bought the property in 1948. While we were there, the lodge was under construction. We swam in the pool at the Manor, although we thought it was a bit pricey at $10 a person. Of course, they have a little gift shop. Ooh, Haunted Ohio. There is a wildlife center here at Punderson, and we were lucky to have the staff naturalist there to show the kids some of the exhibits. The naturalists at every ODNR park we've met have been very knowledgeable and kind, and they seem to offer a ton of programs for guests of all ages.
We get lucky and we see something. I saw a copepod, which is like a little microorganism that looks like a... Yeah, sometimes I don't want to find stuff either.
It's Cryptosporidium. Because Punderson is located in the snow belt, there is a great sled riding hill that even features a tow rope. There's also snow machine trails and cross-country skiing available, although at the end of April, none of those things were happening. See, there's some cabins over there. There are over 20 cabins that can be rented at Punderson. All of them seem adequate and clean and have varying levels of amenities. They are booked through the lodge website at pundersonmanor.com. There's an 18-hole championship golf course close to the Manor. The campground is located on the other side of the lake. Oh, here's another entrance.
Not any better.
It's like the secret entrance. Oh my goodness. They got some real drainage issues here. We're headed to find a geocache. At least there's some gravel down on this one though.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for a geocache in the woods. Try not to show it to you if I find it. Graham, how big is it? I mean, that'd be a great place for it right there. What do you say, Graham? I think what he meant to say was hucklebuckle. We had a fine time at Punderson State Park, but there were a couple of misses. Take a tour of the campground to find sites you like before bringing the camper if you can. Also, the earlier in the spring you visit, the muddier it will be. Thanks for watching. In our next video, we'll review a trip we took in fall 2021 to another Ohio state park, Mosquito Lake State Park. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, like and share this video, and comment below.